Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex and I'm going to talk to you today about how to take care of your cheapy little brush that you probably got on Joom or Wish or whatever, and make sure that it functions and stays functional as long as any expensive brush that you can find on Amazon would. So here's my cheapy little brush. It's kind of fancy handle with a cap that I got on Joom for about $5. And I got it like 2 months ago, and you know, I do my nails quite often because I just like to change my mind a lot. So as you can see, my nails have been growing. These are about 2 weeks old. So I use my brush quite often to do my nails. So in order to make sure that my brush doesn't get destroyed, here's a little trick of how you can take care of your brush while you're not using it so it stays in tip-top shape, to not only save you money but also save you frustration. Okay, because I know buying a new brush is always a pain in the butt, and then you have to get adjusted to it and all that stuff. So here's how to take care of your tool of trade, to make sure that it stays around for as long as possible. So here's my brush. Here's the top of my brush. After I'm done using it to do my nails, I wash it with water and soap, warm water and soap. I dry it out with a piece of paper towel. And then what I do is sorry, this is being kind of non-cooperative. Okay, so I have a gelish Nourish cuticle oil. Let me focus. Let me focus on the bottle. Apparently, it does not want to focus on the bottle. This camera is very finicky, and okay. So here's the Nourish cuticle oil that I use. You don't have to use this. You can use any kind of vitamin E or baby oil, which are all just fine. Tea tree oil. Just make sure that it is not a food grade oil, like olive oil or avocado oil or anything like that. The reason for that is because food grade oil is a little different, and it's aimed at doing little different things that you need for your brush. Your brush has a different needs than your food. So use one of these, and or if you don't have oils, this is another thing that I use, and this is a bit of a I bought this at Dollar Tree. I try not to use anything with scent, because scent has perfume particles added to the cream, and that can negatively affect your brush. So I just do scentless lotion. This is pretty much body lotion that has very deep moisturizing properties, which is really good for both your skin and your brush. So if you don't have oils, don't worry. Get one of these, or get any other scentless deep moisturizers, and it doesn't have to be a lot. This little thing can last you for years, pretty much. I mean, you only need a dab to use on your brush. So this is what I do. Let me place my camera back. I take my brush, my cheap little brush, making sure we're in focus, and I take my cuticle oil or my vitamin E oil or any kind of other oil that is not food grade, and I carefully brush the oil on both sides of my brush bristles. Okay, and you do that to make sure that you have all of the bristles covered. You don't want like the side bristles not getting any moisture and middle getting all of it, because then you will have flyaways on the side of your bristles, which is, on the side of your brush, which is not fun. So as you can see, the brush is heavily moisturized, and this took me a couple of drops. This does not have to be a lot. And then what I do is I take the brush and I place it between my thumb and my index finger, and I just kind of wiggle it around like this. And what that does, it fans the bristles, allowing moisturizer to get between them inside the brush. So as you can see, I apply a little pressure. Sorry if the camera goes out of focus, this is my first time doing it. I apply a little bit of pressure and I just wiggle my brush around, see, like this. And I do this for, I don't know, about 10 to 15 seconds, no longer than that. You don't really need a lot of time, because basically all you're trying to do is just to get the oil or the cream in between the bristles so it can stay there when you store your brush. Okay, so when you're not using your brush, it can stay there and moisturize and keep your brush in working condition, which is what we want. Okay, so here's the little fan that I made. I fan my my brush, and then what I do is, once I'm satisfied that it's pretty much all covered and all sides are good and moisturized, what I do is I place it and I make a point. Okay, and the reason for making a point is you're keeping your brush from forming flyaways. They can get caught underneath the cap, they can get caught drying out, they can, you know, just make your brush unworkable. So you make a point to prevent that, and it will keep all the bristles together, and it will keep the moisturizer inside the brush, because you don't want it leaking out, because when it leaks out, it's pretty much defeats the point of moisturizing your brush. Okay, and when I'm satisfied with the tight point, I mean, you don't have to make it super tight, I carefully place a cap, and that's it. This is how I store my brush. And I've had this brush for about 3 months, and it functions as a brand new, very expensive brush. Okay, I hope this has helped you guys in taking better care of your brushes, so you can keep your tools functioning for longer. And this method also works for synthetic fibers too. So if you have a synthetic brush that you do your gels with, give it this kind of treatment, and you will notice how different your brush becomes, how much more controlled it is, and how much easier it is to apply the product with, because it's not so thirsty that it's absorbing everything, including the acrylic, to hold on to it and then completely in a process becoming ruined. Well, that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.